Hi Ondi, I'm Mike from Premier Scene. Would you be kind enough to give us a little synopsis about what audiences can expect from this?
Oh wow. It's hard to say for UK audiences because I know most of you come with a preconceived notion of who Russell Brand is, and I think the film will surprise you. It seems to surprise everybody. He's very vulnerable in the film, and he's very raw, and he takes a lot of risks, and sometimes he gets bruised along the way, but he always gets up and he keeps swinging. And it's a pretty inspiring story. I think that what you can expect is if you watch the film, you're going to question your own life. It's going to reflect back on you. You're going to look at sort of everything that we're sold, all the signs, all the billboards, all the pictures, all the images coming at us. It's a lot of myths that were sold that he bought, and he got them all. And when he got them all, he came up empty. He had a fast rise to fame, became a massive Hollywood star, married the biggest pop star in the world. It didn't amount to anything for him. It didn't give him that nirvana, and he had to move on, and he had to look within and try other things, and then also look at people who gave up their lives for something way bigger than themselves, which is something we all kind of need to do right now. We're all going to die from global warming, so we should probably reassess our priorities pretty quickly. I think he and I shared a similar mission in making the film, though he didn't really want to make a film about himself. It was me who convinced him to do that. He's been uncomfortable with the film because it's full of a lot of personal and vulnerable moments. But you can also expect to laugh your ass off because he's hilarious on stage and off. And it's rare to make a documentary where one can laugh and then also cry in the same film. It's pretty special. I feel pretty privileged to have been able to make the film, as harrowing and difficult as it was. But here we are at the premiere. All's well that ends well.
Obviously, of all the footage that I imagine that you've probably captured over the time that you shot it, is there, was there anything that didn't make it to the final cut that you personally would have liked to have seen gone into it, or how did it sort of come when it, like choosing from one thing to the other?
Yeah, there was a lot that didn't make the final cut. There was a 4-hour cut that I loved, and I didn't know how I was going to cut it down. And that's just the process of editing a great documentary. You just have to kill your babies, as they say. There's fantastic segments that didn't make it, some of which will release on the DVD, few. And then
or you could.
Russell wanted me to change, and I changed them. There were some things I didn't change that Russell wanted me to change, which is probably why he's not standing here.
Or you could simply just save them for Russell Brand, the third coming.
Exactly. It'll be a third coming, because a second coming, the reason why it's a second coming is because it's a story of his second coming. But I'm asking you what your second coming is. Maybe you're happy right now. When you're not, you should think about stepping out of line, and don't be afraid to do it. If he can give all that up, easy for you. Yeah.